Mm, That's really wonderful. Like you are all these different aspects of the musical career, not just about the singing or writing a song, but you said like, you are managing now, you are mixing engineering part and the other producing part. That's a really
Yeah.
wonderful thing.
Well, the one thing I'm gonna tell you is that, like, when they say, like, Michael Jackson movie is out, right? And the
Yeah,
one thing Michael Jackson always said, what he say? Study the greats, right? Michael
yeah,
Jackson was great.
yeah,
Quincy Jones was great, right? So for me in my lifetime, I studied them. I
yeah,
studied how they created their albums. I studied how they produced. I studied how they made off the wall, like back to front, front to back. I I
yeah.
I listened to the stories. I pay attention how they were engineering. Like I was really studying. Like my first album, Computer Love. I don't know if you heard the Computer Love album I did. That
uh
was
yeah.
all inspired. You heard it?
Mhm.
I was
Yeah,
completely inspired by the Off the Wall album. And I don't know if you heard it where it's like telling a story. You listen to it and it's like it's a rhythm. It's a
yeah.
rhythm. And that's
Wonderful.
how albums are. People don't make albums like that anymore.
Yeah. The part about you just said about the Michael Jackson, I remember like we were talking about this, I think with our friend few days ago.
Mhm.
So there was
Mhm.
a specific scenario with the Michael Jackson, like he was doing a tech rehearsal before the show, and he was telling the guy sitting on a keyboard that okay, you are playing the wrong note. That is not a right note. That on the left hand which you are playing the C instead of D. And he was like, okay,
Mhm.
how? No, I am playing right. So no, no, check it again. And then he found it okay. He was playing wrong. So that is the part like this guy, he is a dancer. He used to know how to dance, how to sing, how the music works, how the stage lighting system works, like everything. So that's the really great thing. And like the thing which I talked with you, I can see that you are going into the same zone. Like you know every aspect of your career. That's a really wonderful thing, Melissa.
Well, I think also thank you. I think also for me, uh being in this industry as long as I've been doing this since I was young, since I've been singing since I was 5 years old, but professionally, I started when I was 14. I got my first record deal with Ray Parker Jr. You know the guy who did Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
I was on his label. I was signed to his
Wow.
label first. Yeah. And this was many years ago. And I learned something at that point. I was supposed to go to college at that time. And I stopped college to go for this record deal. And in the midst of all that, within 1 year, I was like, "I'm not ready for this. I am not ready for this. I'm not ready for this industry, and this industry will just chew me up and spit me out."
Okay.
So, I went to college. I went to school, and I was like I loved computers, and I was like, "I need to figure out how to stand on my own 2 feet within this industry." So, I felt as though going to college and then getting a job and learning processes of things. See, that's where my stuff comes from. I learned processes, right? So, a process and different things of how to put projects together. So, in reality, a day job with IT helped me put my project together as if I'm building a network. See?
I
And
understand,
this is why they
understand.
call me the girl geek, okay? Because this is what I'm doing. I'm connecting music and technology. I'm working the projects. Music is a business, technology is a business. So why can't I take the tools that I learned from school and learn from my job and use the projects and just like you do, right? A whole
Yeah,
project.
exactly.
When you're building a server, what do? You have to put what's the budget? What data center are we putting this in? What lines are we putting this in? What OS are we putting on this? What's the RAM? What's the CPU? What you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I totally get it. It's really interesting way of looking at it.
And hey,
Really great.
isn't it? But people don't think like that. A lot of people don't think like that, but that's how I think. And I'm like, when I started realizing, "Oh my god, I've been doing projects this whole time. I've been doing, when you do, tutorials and stuff?" I'm, like, saying to myself, "I've been doing this all along. It's just now I
Yeah.
have to take it and make turn it into the music and create the project."
That's a really interesting part of doing or learning a different things. Like the more you learn, your perspective gets more of a widen. So your mind unlocks the different things, and you see the patterns. Like which you just said. Like you are doing the networking point, and you see the same pattern. Okay, I have to just apply this pattern in music, and you just applied it, and you are doing, and you're maybe that's why you sound like yourself because you are following your own heart over there.
Well, I didn't sound like myself. I didn't sound like myself a long time ago because I was trying to sound like other people. I didn't get it. And that's where we got to the point of you and I talking about my father. I didn't get it until after I lost my father. And then I'm finding my own sound. I'm finding me.
Okay. Yeah. But that's great. Really. No, talking about this emotional truth. I heard many of your songs, like Body Wow, Chimes of Tranquility. Uh, your music carries a lot of emotional depth, sensuality, and introspection. So when you create from a vulnerable place, how do you know when you are being honest versus just being exposed?
I think as being an artist, you have to allow yourself to be exposed, right?
Yeah.
Because how else you going to be vulnerable because you want other people to feel what you feel?
Hmm.
Sometimes I write stuff out of third person. It's not just
Hmm.
me. It's me hearing a girlfriend telling me one of her stories that something happened to her, or somebody I know that's close to me, or a family is going through something, or something is going on in the world, right? It
That's so
doesn't necessarily have to be something that I